with your mission. Hey, y'all. Hey. Get ready to turn this off because I do not want to be shut down. So, hey, you guys, thank y'all for tuning in to another great episode of LaQuinta's Chatterbox. I'm, of course, your girl LaQuinta, the host of Black Table Talk. So, I talked to you guys last Saturday and I told you all that I will be back in the studio today. And of course, I am here. I've been here all morning. Today is all about mothers for me, all about mothers. So, what I did today, just to, in honor of Mother's Day, all mothers, I gave away free youngest things all day today. I've been here in the studio, in the boutique since 8 o'clock this morning. Can you believe it? 8 o'clock. Giving away free youngest things to every mother that walked through my door. I am so thankful and so blessed that God allowed me to be able to give away free youngest things like this to so many mothers. You will not believe how many mothers walked through this door today. But I am happy that they got to relax, rejuvenate, reset, all the R's. They got a chance to do it today with me. You know, we did some great positive affirmations. And if you've ever come here, you know about the affirmations. I think my affirmations set me off from the rest. I get in tune with my each and every client that walks through my door. So I try to give them some positive affirmations, some positive feedback, something to, to relax and meditate on. So we did that today. You know, they had some nice cocktails and it was nice. It was a very nice vibe. And I hope everyone enjoyed it. You know, mothers, we are so important. We are so important. You know, the range of mothers goes so far because a mother's job is never done. But hey, it's Saturday, and I hope everyone enjoyed their Saturday. You know, we had a beautiful day today. The sun shined a little bit. It looked like it was going to rain all day, but it was still beautiful. You know, God woke us up this morning. And when God opened up our eyes and we're able to touch the floor in our right mind, baby, that's a blessing. Something to be thankful for. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But yes, it's Saturday. And I was supposed to have a special guest today because I wanted to get into the difference in the generations. You know, so much goes on in society with our younger generation, our younger guys, younger women, and I want to get the feedback of different mothers, different fathers, different age groups, just to check this generation to see what's different from this generation and my generation, or somebody in their 20s or 30s generation, because their generation is totally different than mine. Because a lot of things that I'm watching and I'm noticing with these, I call these new age young people, it is mind blowing to me. And I just have to ask myself, you know, in my generation, was we even like this? Did our parents feel the same way that we're feeling now? Because I know me, I feel like this generation is just, their mind is gone, it's lost, it's way out there on a spaceship that, honey, it's nobody there but them. You know, they don't act before they think. They don't think before they act. They act first. You know, they so quick to pop off, so quick to just react, and they don't take the time to think about some of the things that they're doing, some of the choices that they are making. And I talk about this, especially our younger women. I'm gonna get on our younger women right now, because I don't want to sound like I'm bashing them, because I love you ladies. I love y'all. I love some of the things that y'all represent, because like I've always said, y'all are our future. Younger women, y'all are our future. So, I just don't understand y'all, because in my day, let's talk about my generation. I'm 48 years old. So in my day, we were hardworking. And when I say I started working at 14 years old, 14, my first job was at Rallies on Gar Springs. I don't know. For the people that's here in Arkansas, y'all know exactly what Rallies is on Gar Springs. That was my first job. So at 14, I was working. And I never stopped working from then. Baby, this generation of women, and women and men, baby, they so scared of jobs. They so scared of work. It's ridiculous. I go in these different restaurants, these different stores, different businesses, and it's hard to get help. It's hard to get help because, like they say, they have none. The managers and look, few employees that they have, they way over there helping somebody else because they can't get help. But it's these young people are so quick to say, they don't have money or it's no job. It's plenty of jobs out here for them. It's just hard to get them in there. It's like they don't want to work. And I just wonder what made this generation so lazy, where they just don't want to work. Or I'm not going to say lazy, because I don't think some of them are lazy. Some of them just so used to that easy money. See, this generation, they can get that easy money. They doing all these different scammings and scheming, and they got so much going on. They out here really doing some things to make them. A lot of them got more money than me, and I know I'm a hustler, and I know I work. I work my tail off. But some of these young people, baby, y'all don't want to work. Y'all don't want to do nothing that's going to make you sweat. Y'all used to easy money, fast money. My mama always told me anything that come too fast won't last long. It won't last long. And that's why you see them, they up and then they back down, because a fool with money shall perish, right? They get that money, they don't know what to do with it. And a lot of times they don't know what to do with it because they weren't taught what to do with a large amount of money, because they weren't used to having it. That's why we have to teach our children. And I think in my generation, our parents were so intact on teaching us how to save, how to build accounts. And I think that's all because they didn't want us coming back home. They wanted when we went out there to stay out there. Don't get out there and come back. So we want, like these kids, so easy to go back home because we had that we didn't have those opportunities. We could go back home, but who wants to go back home? Who wants to go back home and live under your mom and daddy roof? Definitely not me. Honey, I was used to being grown and being on my own. But one thing I did know, if I wanted to be grown and on my own, I had to work to be able to stay on my own and be grown. That's one of the things that I say is different about this generation. Like I say, they don't want to work, honey, or they'll have a job and it's hard for them to be on time for it. It's hard for them to be on time. Do that come from us spoiling our children? They so used to having handouts. They so used to us giving them to where they feel like they don't have to work for nothing. Why do they feel like they don't have to work? Because, like I say, we shelter them. We cuddle them so much. And I say that's what this new generation, like I watch these kids, and I call them kids, but they're young adults. I watch these young adults. Y'all are going buy y'all kids all these name brand shoes, name brand clothes, have them all these lavish parties that's $3,000 and $4,000. Like I said, a kid that's 2, 3, 4 years old, they won't even remember those parties. Y'all go out and do this, but you don't even have your own kids. Somebody else watch your kids day to day because you out partying, out doing your own thing. In my generation, we was not allowed to do that. Baby, if you had them kids, you got to take care of them kids. But this generation, they're not taking care of their kids. On everybody but them got their kids. Their girlfriend got their kids, their friends, they friend mamas, they friend cousins. But then we wonder why our young kids end up being touched and being molested. We don't consciously think. Maybe it's because we dropped them off and had them here, there, and the other. I'm so thankful that, my grandbaby had the type of parents that she has. She's always at home. If she's not with one of her grandparents, she's at home. I love that about them. They always have their baby. Always. It's so much going on out here with people just dropping their babies off. Kids grow up and y'all think they're not gonna remember. But my mama, you didn't raise me. Your friend raised me. Your friend auntie raised me. Before my mom got sick, my mama had seemed like to me, I thought everybody in Arkansas kids, especially Little Rock, she kept everybody kids. My mama had a daycare her whole life, my whole life, brother, because she always kept people kids. When do mothers start keeping their own kids? Because when I was coming up, my mama didn't play that going spend a night at all these people's houses. Baby, we was at home. And she wasn't letting a lot of people come spend out at our house. She said they need to be at home with their own parents. I don't need all them kids running in and out my house. That's how in my generation, that's how the parenting was. Parenting was, we couldn't sit up in the house all day long on the phone or on video games. 100 kids be 2 and 3 years old and have a phone or have a tablet and be all day long. This is what you see. This is all you see. They face down on a computer screen or on a tablet or on a phone at 2 and 3 years old. At 2 or 3. We couldn't do that. Honey, on Saturdays, we cleaned the house, we got up, did our hygienes, ate our cereal, watched cartoons. After cartoons was over, we did our chores, and baby, you had to be outside. These kids don't know nothing about outside. You tell them to go outside and play some games outside without an electronic device, they will be lost. They're lost. You don't see a lot of parents in a park with their kids throwing a basketball, frisbee, throwing the football. You don't see that. Flying kites. You do not see that in today's generation. In my generation, every Saturday, baby, we outside playing. After we played, my mom and dad had us in the park somewhere doing a picnic, at the zoo. We were somewhere doing activities to where by the time we went home, it was time to take a bath, eat, and go to sleep. Hell, these kids don't even have bedtimes. 8 o'clock, baby, let you be up past 8 o'clock. Baby, 8 o'clock, these kids seem like they just waking up and getting ready to get started with their day. You couldn't lay up in my mama's house and sleep all day long on a Saturday or Sunday. Not in her house. You had to get up out that bed. Your feet was going to touch that floor, and you was going to find something productive to do out of her house. Because we were kids being kids. These kids not kids these days. You get on social media, you see 6 and 7-year-olds on there cursing. People thinking it's funny. People, oh, she or he's so cute. That's so. Baby, in my generation, let us say a cuss word and the neighbor heard us cursing. That neighbor was able to tear our behinds up. You hit somebody, child now, baby, you're going to have to fight them, the mama, the daddy, the grandma, and the cousin. You're going to have to fight everybody. They don't want you to discipline their kids. But see, we was able to get disciplined by any adult that we act the fool in front of. This generation is just so lost. I do not know what happened. What happened? How did the times change? What made the times change? Now, the boys, they ain't doing no fighting. They quick to pick up a pistol and ready to start shooting. They don't mind taking their time. They don't mind going to jail. Hey, cousin. They don't mind going to jail. They don't mind taking their time. Baby, I ain't trying to take no time and go to jail and be locked up for nobody. But in this generation, they don't mind. They quick to pick up a gun and to shoot everybody they see. Not worrying about no consequences. I've always worried about consequences. Always worried about consequences. These kids don't worry about no consequences now. They're not worrying about getting locked up. They're not worrying about going to jail. They're not worrying about nothing. It's like they dying and itching to get down there. Because I guess they get them some stripes on their back. Now they can get all the tattoos they want, and maybe they'll start lifting weights again. But that's what they looking for. They can't wait to get to. And it's just like baby, in our generation, when we got mad at somebody, we was ready to fight. And when I say fight, we was ready to use these. Baby, they're not using these no more. Is it because they can't fight? Are they scared to fight and they're scared of getting whooped? What is the problem? I don't understand. What is the problem? It's crazy. And like I said, we can't say nothing to them, because then we have to be in a whole fist fight with them. But it's this generation. They are different now. I don't know if it was something in the water, if it was something in the food. I don't know what it was. I don't know what the changes was. I mean, maybe it was the way our parents raised us, because our parents were so strict and they had their finger on us so hard. And it was so many things that we wasn't able to do. We wasn't allowed to do, to where when we had our kids, we were just free reign. We let them do whatever. Because we felt like we know how it feels to not be able to do. Let them kids be kids. But when you start doing that, letting them run amok and do whatever they want to do, our world becomes a mess. And that's what it is now. I'm 48 years old, and I'm scared to go in certain parts of the town I grew up in. And it's not the older people that I'm afraid of. It's these young kids. Because I don't want nobody's child to hurt me. And Lord knows I don't want to have to hurt nobody's child. But the way things is going, that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. Y'all, I'm going to make this quick because, like I say, today, Mother's Day, and I'm giving away free Youngstings. I like my doors, so I can go ahead and do this and get this on out the way. So just gonna go a little, fast or whatever. But I wanted to get this out, and I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. I talk about the cleanliness of these young folks. Honey, you see them, they dressed to the T, looking cute, looking good, hair to the gods. Then you go to their house nasty, got an odor. Where did that come from? Like I say, my generation, baby, you go to my mama's house, you come, baby, drop something on the floor, you better pick it up. You better not drop nothing and walk over it. Honey, these kids will drop stuff on the ground, walk over, act like they don't see it, until it's a whole pile of mess. The kids' room be junky. We wasn't allowed to do that. Where our rooms was junky. My mama always said, baby, get your room clean, because my whole house got to be clean. And when she said her whole house, she meant her whole house, including my room. These kids ain't got to clean their room now. They don't have to clean up. They don't have to wash dishes. They don't have to do chores. They don't have to do anything. I feel like when we don't make our kids do that, we setting them up for failure. We contributing to their laziness. All these young people want to do now is sleep, be on social media, start drama, be in mess, and sleep all during the day. Ain't y'all scared y'all gonna miss living? You gonna miss life, sleeping all day, Baby, ain't nothing gonna come to a sleep but a dream. That's the only thing gonna come to sleep, dreaming. Because you ain't making no money. You ain't doing nothing productive. You want to be lazy and lazy around all day long and think people supposed to wait around on you. When they start doing that, that's this generation. That's just like they raised the price. These young people that learn how to do hair, cut hair, do hair, y'all raised the price, talking about I know my worth, and I'm charging $50 and $60 to cut hair, but you ain't doing nothing but cutting hair. You ain't washing hair. You ain't massaging the scalp. Or these women tell you to come with your hair already washed. When do you have to start coming with your hair already washed? That's this new age, this new generation. Laziness. Y'all want to do hair, but you don't want to do everything it takes to get my hair right. If I got to hold my head over my sink and wash my own hair, I might as well do my own hair. You want me to do my job and your job. Excuse me. I'm not gonna pay you this high amount because you're talking about your worth, and I got to wash my own hair. Or if I'm gonna get something in my hair, I got to braid my own hair down. No, this is the kicker. I ain't never seen this until now. This girl talking about she do nail, feet and hands, manicure and pedicures, but you got to come with your feet, no nail polish on, your feet already groomed. If I got to come with my feet and my toenails already groomed, what am I coming to you for? What are you doing? But you want me to pay you $60 and $70 to come put my feet up in a tub in your house with your baby crying. You on the phone arguing with your boyfriend or his baby mama, but you telling me your worth. Or even if you are in a shop, I got to come out half already done for you to do the rest, but you charge me like you done did 3 people nails. I'm not finna do it with these new generations and y'all problems that y'all have to where y'all lazy, don't want to do. You want us to come already prepped and prepared. Girl, please. Come on now. Come on. Or y'all tell us to go on a booking site. Oh, that's another one. Go. I have a booking site myself for my youngest things and my other services I do. But I'm going to be here on time. I'm going to show up and I'm going to give you the services that you couldn't imagine getting. Baby, they'll have you get on that booking site, pay that price. And if you late, they want to charge you $5 for each minute you late. But they'll have you sitting out in the parking lot 30, 40 minutes waiting on them. Or they so greedy, they'll overbook and have 7 to 8 people before you and want you to sit there and wait like you ain't got nothing else to do. I watched it with my own eyes. But that's this new generation, this new age. I know a person that you give a ride to them every day, but they can't even be on time for their ride. If I'm giving you a ride, why I got to wait on you? If somebody giving you a ride, you should be waiting at the door on your ride. Not your ride sitting out there waiting on you to get ready. Especially this the same ride you have every day. Because you want to sit around and be lay around, get a couple of more minutes of sleep, or this another one, smokier one. Y'all got to smoke before you do everything. You can't breathe until you smoke. You talking about, I need a wake, that's not wake and bake. Your wake and bake was when God opened your eyes. But you gotta open before you brush your teeth. You gotta put something in your mouth. Like my man say, you doing all that talking, come here, let me put something in your mouth. I got something to put in your mouth. Y'all want to smoke before you do any and everything. That's crazy. Anytime you walk in the establishment, all you smell, I get a contact. Y'all ain't even got sense enough to spray nothing on. Y'all don't even care these days. That's this new generation. Baby, in my generation, when we was out smoking or doing our thing, we was so sneaky with it. We gonna spray and walk around the car, let the air hit us and everything before we went into our mama's or aunties' houses or into a place. These kids don't care because they ain't got no respect. And ain't nobody making them have no respect. That's this new generation. And I just want to know what's different. What made the times change? What made things change to where things are like they are now with this generation? That's what I just wanted some feedback, and I want people to tell me about this new generation. What happened? What changed? What made things go a different way? These kids so ready to go to shack up now. They ain't ready to do nothing but lay up and make babies and go out and party. That's it. That's it. And then I hear these kids say, "What happened to the old school grandmas? Where the old school grandparents at? They used to come get their grandkids every Saturday and come get their kids." Baby, these new grandparents, I'm one of these new grandparents. Baby, we out here living our best darn life. That's where we are. We suggest y'all live y'all life. Because my thing is, I raised mine, now you raise yours. You raise yours. But see, I don't have that problem. My kids, they ain't trying. I got one biological grandbaby, and I got two grandbabies all together, but one biological grandbaby. But I don't have to worry about them. I want to drop them off. I asked to go get them, and that's it, and that's all. When I'm ready to go get them, I go get them, and when I'm ready to drop them off, I drop them off. They not worrying about me keeping their kids all weekend, all day long. But these kids now, baby, you go get their kids, you got to hunt them down to get their kids back. I shouldn't have to go look for you all over town to get your kids. That's what these new grandparents, that's why they not keeping kids. Baby, we out here living our best life. We in these streets like y'all are. Like my man tell me, even if it's just in Walmart, because that's my store. Y'all know, if you know me, y'all know my store. I'm in Walmart every day. Every day. I need to have a vest on. I'm in there so much. Yes, but I'm in these Walmart streets. You know, these new age grandmas like me. Even though I didn't have my kids too early, I had my first at 21. But honey, look at me now. I'm out here in these streets living my best life. I can get up and go when I want to go and come when I want to come. We ain't sitting at home watching no kids. If y'all had them babies, sit at home and take care of them. Girl, Theresa, what you said, parents not parents anymore. They are not. They are not. They want to make them babies and have everybody, like I say, everybody watching them. But then I tell these young ladies and these guys, be careful when you lay down and start making these babies with these guys. And I'm talking with the young ladies right now. I'll talk with the guys in a minute. When you start making babies by these guys, this is something y'all need to think about that a lot of women don't think about. When you start making babies, especially if you start having boys, make sure that man that you decide to settle down with or make a baby with or bring into your household know how to raise your boy to be a man. Because you got these boys in this generation, they don't even know how to change a tire. They don't know how to change oil. They don't know how to do nothing that a man is supposed to do. And you know why they don't know? Because they wasn't taught. Because the mothers, y'all get these men that's out here in these streets, honey, call himself slanging, hustling, or ain't got time to raise no kids or be no fathers. And they're not teaching your boys nothing. So you laid up, made this baby, and your baby happened to be a boy, And now you got to try to show your boy how to be a man. I don't care what type of mother you is, how smart you is, how much involved in your son's life. You cannot teach your son how to be a man because you're not a man. You can only teach him the qualities, the women qualities and the qualities that you think a man should have. That's why we got to choose. When we choose our men, we got to choose wisely. Because if we don't choose wisely, we hurting our kids in the long run. Yeah, we hurting our kids. Theresa, I know you right. Separation anxiety. And that's how I was. Separation anxiety from my kids. But like I say, you these boys, they don't know how to do a thing. Only thing they know how to do is ride up and down these streets, loud music and smoking. So where it come when your daughter get a young man, how he gonna be her protector and her provider when he don't even know how to lead? You know why he can't lead? Because he wasn't taught. You know why he wasn't taught? Because he didn't grow up in that environment. He grew up with a mama trying to be a mama and a dad. It's something that's impossible, something she can't do. A mother cannot be a mother and a father. I don't care what you say, how strong she is, because baby, I was a single parent. I had no good guys when my boys was growing up. And I can only teach them so much. I can teach them the qualities that my parents taught me. Or good thing I had brothers to show my sons some of the qualities, the things that they need to know to be a man. But a lot of these boys don't have that. So they would be lost. And they are lost. So ladies, it starts with us. When we go out here dating, looking for a significant other, let's think about, if I get pregnant and I have a son, can this man that I'm inviting into my world, into my bubble, that I'm giving my prize to, can he raise my son to be a man? Can he show my son all the great qualities that a man is supposed to have? If this man that you get, if he ain't showing good qualities as a man for you, he ain't gonna show those qualities for your son. But there's something we got to think about when we get to going out here laying up with these guys and making babies, and our babies just might be a boy. You want our boy, don't you want your son to know more than to dress, have swag? I don't think these girls want their boys to know how to do is to have swag, sag his pants, and curse. They need to know more than that. They need to know more than how to roll a blunt or how to stuff a cone or how to shoot a pistol. Our boys need to know more than that. If our sink get the leaking, the faucet get the leaking, your man's supposed to know how to go and tighten that pipe up. These boys don't even, if your sink leaking, they don't know what to do. They lost. They getting on the phone or they looking in your face. One thing I ain't never liked, for something to go on in my house that a man's supposed to be doing, and I got a man and my man looking at me. I'm looking at him and he looking at me. So what's the next thing to do? Damn it, let me grab my phone and call my daddy or call my brother. Come on now. Y'all, we gotta time out for that. Let's start getting men picking and choosing the type of men that if we was to get pregnant and have a son, we can be proud of our son and say our son will be a productive man. We don't want no boy moms, no mom boys, whatever. What, Theresa, what did you call them? Mama boys. We don't need none of that. We don't need no man childs. We need real men. I'm so thankful. I get on my knees and I thank God daily, because for the ones that know me personally, y'all know how thankful I am and how much God has blessed me with a man. When I say how important it is to have a man, And I ain't talking about by age, baby. I'm talking about a man all way around. All way around. I hadn't had to call my mama, my daddy, my brothers in 3 years. Me and my guy, we've been together 3 years. And I'm so thankful. I hadn't had to call my daddy or my brother in 3 years because I got a real man that if something go wrong, he know what to do. And I ain't talking about picking up the phone to call no repairman. Baby, he know how to get his hands dirty. He know how to change tires. He know how to fix. Baby, he can build a house. How about that? He can build a house. But that's what we have to. Our boys need to know these things. Hey, Robert, happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to you and Jazz. I hope y'all are enjoying y'all trip. Y'all are two amazing people. Y'all are one of my favorite couples. But yeah, ain't this a good topic, Robert? Because baby, these boys today don't know how to do. They don't know how to wash a car. It's sad that y'all talking about washing cars. Go see my guy Robert Webb. Go see him if you need your car washed. Because there's so many guys that don't even know how to wash cars. Ain't that sad? You got to go pay a man to wash your car. You got to pay a man to change the flat. Y'all better start choosing and picking right. And ladies, I ain't forgot about y'all men. Now this one is for y'all. Drop them nuggets for y'all. When you go out here and picking and choosing a wife, a woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with, make sure she know how to cook. Make sure she know how to clean. Make sure she know how to problem solve. Make sure she know how to lead just in case something happened to you. She know how to pick up that ball and say, baby, while you getting yourself together, I got it. Make sure you get a woman because, baby, these girls today in this generation, all thing they know how to do is look good. All thing they know how to do is go get some titties, go get some behind, go get a BBL, go get a lace front, go get their lashes done. They know how to look good. They know how to walk around with these designer bags and act like they getting a bag. That's all they know how to do is to act. So when you go out here having sex and putting your penis in a woman, make sure you choosing the right type of woman because this woman may get pregnant and have your daughter. You want your daughter to know how to do the things that a woman know how to do. It's some women to this day because they weren't taught, or these little girls still don't know how to clean themselves. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? Make sure you got a woman that's going to teach your daughter how to clean herself, how to wash her body, how to do correct hygiene. Because a lot of these young ladies in this generation, baby, they lack sitting down and teaching their daughters anything. I don't think they want to have their daughters do is popping that fan, twerking that behind, cursing, looking grown, polishing it, makeup, looking grown. These young girls look more grown than the grown-ups. That's the only thing they know how to do is to look grown or to think they being pretty. When it comes to cooking, they don't know how to cook nothing. They don't know how to turn it. You tell them how to turn the stove on. They asking you, it didn't come on. It's just beeping. What I need to do? So you don't know. You just got to light the stove. They wasn't taught. Like I said, when you go out here having sex, guys, with these young ladies, make sure they got the qualities to where if they get pregnant and have your daughter know how to be a woman. She's raising your daughter how to be a woman, a respectful, classy woman. Make sure your daughter know how to clean, not just her body, clean her house. Make sure she know how to do things. Make sure she's independent. Because these girls, they not independent, so they're not teaching their daughters how to be independent. Baby, one thing about it, I taught my daughter, one thing you ain't gonna never do, ever, is depend on a man or depend on a woman. Don't never depend on nobody. These girls depend on somebody for everything. Depend on the drive, to eat, to sleep. How they gonna get their bills paid? You shouldn't be dependent. Be independent, where you don't need no man for nothing. When I tell you, only thing you need that man to do is to get your rocks off. You're supposed to be self-sufficient. These girls not self-sufficient. They don't know how to do nothing. They can't teach their daughter how to do nothing they ain't been taught. Because everybody want to be outside. Everybody can't be outside. Somebody got to be in the house. That's why I say when you get to having kids, make sure you are ready to raise your children. Raise your children so they can be productive adults. That's what we got to do. This generation, y'all fucked up. Excuse my language. For the ones that's on here that don't curse. Y'all see my new Nicholas, I got this for my birthday. Says LaQuinta's Chatterbox. I stay repping the brand. Stay repping it. Yes. But y'all, these are topics like this. These are type of topics that we'll be talking about on Wednesdays. But we will be bringing some experts in. Well, I will be bringing some real mothers in, real fathers, some real new generation kids. Because I want to get y'all feedbacks too. I want to see how y'all feel and what y'all thinking. Because see, sometimes maybe we overthink, and I want to hear from y'all. But that's what we'll be having on these Wednesday nights. I cannot wait. When I tell you I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait until we tap in on this new thing, this drug thing that we have going on. These different types of drugs. Yes, I want to tap in and get into it. Because, baby, it's some new drugs that's going on, like I said, with this new generation. That back in my generation, they didn't have going on. So you got to be cognizant of what you do around and who you do it around. Because you never know who out to get you or who doing something just to make a buck. But hey, like I say, y'all know me, I'm a talker, and I got these topics, I got these things that be going on, I be thinking about in my head, and I always say, boy, I can't wait to get to the podcast so I can talk about it, because I be want to get it off my chest, and that's what I got this for. This was my platform to get some things off my chest that I want to talk about, some things that I see that's going on that people not talking about it. They're not talking about it in depth. I want to get all the way into it. And I just don't want my feedback. I want to get into these young people's minds. I want to see why they think like they think. I want to see these they call themselves YNs. I want to tap into these new YNs that y'all call yourself. Y'all give yourself all these crazy ass names. I want to tap into y'all. I'm going to have some of them on the podcast. Yes. I want to tap in so y'all can ask them where y'all came up with this new YN and look, they call themselves little LNs, little niggas. I mean, they all, excuse my language, but baby, that's what they call themselves. This not me calling them that. This is what they call themselves. And I just want to tap into it. We will have so many different people here on Wednesdays. We're going to tap in these businesses. I want to get these businesses out here and talk about it, get some brands out here. But y'all, this is my last Saturday. This Black Table Talk, my last Saturday. I'm excited. I am so excited. But I have to get out here because I locked my doors. I closed my sign for my free, but I got to get it back going and letting them know because I will be doing this all day. And again, to all mothers, happy Mother's Day. From one mother to the next. I pray that y'all enjoy y'all Mother's Day tomorrow. I pray that your children bless y'all with their presence. And I didn't say present, I say presence. I hope that they're there, show up for you. I hope you can just kick your feet up and do nothing, because I know that's what I'll be doing. My daughter, and y'all know, Cooking with Miss T, my daughter Tiana. Y'all go check her page out. Check my daughter's cooking page out. Baby, when I tell y'all, she be cooking up some things. So she gonna be cooking for me tomorrow. So I don't have to do nothing. Baby, I ain't cooking. I'm not cleaning. I'm not doing nothing. I'm putting my feet up and I'm gonna be pampered. My man gonna be in town. And so y'all know I'm just gonna be happy. I'm gonna love on my children, love on my man, love on my grandchildren, and just enjoy my Mother's Day. And I pray y'all do the same. But hey, y'all, that's my time. I got to go and open these doors because I'm giving away, like I say, free youngest things all day today for my mothers. I love y'all. Cause what you say? Thank you, baby. I love you so much because you be tuning in. You are supporting me. I thank you. I love you. I love everyone that continues to support my journey of this podcast. When I tell you, growing a podcast, baby, it is not for the weak, just like a business. Because, baby, like I say, Sloan and Joyce, I thank y'all. I could not do this. This would not be what it is without you two. I thank y'all. Thank you too. Kisses always to y'all. Thank y'all. I thank the people that tune in every Saturday that has tuned in. I pray that y'all come with me on Wednesdays as well. And I got somebody coming through my doors. That's my time. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. I have to go. But y'all, happy Mother's Day. Can't wait to see y'all Wednesday. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. I love each and every last one of y'all. Bye-bye. That's my sign. I have to go.